So I'm down here in the shop working on another one of my little just keep myself from going nuts projects. And forgive the heavy breathing, I've started smoking again. Too much. Anyway. And it occurred to me after talking to a friend of mine on the phone this morning that lives back east in North Dakota. This little thingy that I've been working on building for camping trips and stuff could actually be useful for people that are in disaster prone areas. You know, for example, my friend is in North Dakota and they're on a tornado watch all weekend. So I'll just give you a quick rundown of what we got here. This is an MP4-12 12 volt 4 amp hour battery. It's standard starter battery for those fancier push mowers, the ones that have the electric start where you just pull back on the thingy and push a button. So nothing fancy there, pretty easy to get. This is just a little doohickey I got off Amazon. It's got a standard USB port, a Type-C. You can't see it because it's not hooked up right now, but there's a voltage display right here, and a standard 12 volt lighter socket here. And then I've also got another recycled 12 volt socket that I pulled out of an old F-150 that I used to have. So the plan here is, now that I've ran up to the house and got my crimping tool, and this is all just hot glued into place. I didn't want to, and in case you can't tell, this is one of those 50 caliber ammo cans from Harbor Freight. I didn't want to compromise the waterproofness of the ammo can because I want all this to be as watertight as possible. Just so that you don't got to worry about shit getting corroded and all fucked up when you're not using it. So, just gonna real quick I tell you what, if you're getting up there to the point where your hands don't work as good as they used to, these ratcheting crimpers are a godsend for little DC electrical projects like this. And that's our hot, so we're just going to slip that over the positive lead. And one for the negative. Squeeze her down until she releases. And you don't got to do it all at once. That's the cool part. Okay, we're hooked up to our battery. Let's flip our switch. Well, for some reason our gauge only says not quite 9 volts. I'm assuming this is a fuse. Some sort. Yep, that's a fuse. Tiny goddamn fuse too. We're probably going to wind up eliminating that at some point just because it pisses us off. Alrighty, let's see here. So we're kind of down to the moment of truth. I'm going to grab something to charge. Okay, here we go. Alright, I got a micro USB charger right here and my little Bluetooth speaker that I use down here in the shop. Alright, we're plugged in. So there's a red light right here that if this contraption is going to work, by the way, I already know the gauge is completely full of shit. I checked it with the voltmeter. This battery's almost fully charged. And look at that. It works. We're charging the Bluetooth speaker. And the really truly cool part of that is if you're just like hanging out at the beach or camping or something like that, and it's not an emergency, you can not only use this to charge your cell phones and stuff, but you can also use it to extend battery life on some of your fun shit, you know, like your Bluetooth speakers, kids' iPod or iPad, stuff like that. Yeah, so there you are. Just a nifty little contraption, you know. If you plan ahead, unlike I did, and you already have the stuff sitting around, you won't have to wait for it to show up from Amazon, and you can probably slap this together in a few minutes. So, there you are. Have a good one, and try to have a little fun, guys.